When you explore the goddess, you begin to value life. When you value life, you don't overpopulate Earth, and you don't kill. What must come to the forefront of the world's paradigm is an understanding of what life is, what death is, and what all species are, and the fact that everything is interconnected, that everything is connected to the same source. We would like each of you to get to know the goddess. Make it your quest to call the goddess to yourself in some way. Invite the goddess to teach you about life. She will begin working with you in ways that are quite profound. Many of you have called us, the Pleiadians, into your life. We play with you, and you know our vibration, our humor, our tricks. Even we work with the goddess. The Mother Goddess represents the love principle. We have mentioned the frequency of light, light being information, and the frequency of love, enlisting creation. The deepest underside of Pleiadian information is its sensuality and sexuality, its creation through the love vibration with the goddess. Working with the goddess energy requires a deeper exploration of the feminine principle. The goddess is calling for an honoring of what she allows to be created through the core mystery of the blood, through the very gift from her own womb. The blood and its mysteries are key to understanding yourselves, your genetic line, and the living library itself. The blood is a living symbol demonstrating cyclic evidence of your connection to the ancestors and the codes of consciousness stored within all beings. Your blood is rich with stories. It is filled with patterns and designs of a geometric nature that reorganize themselves according to your state of consciousness and intent. In order to awaken to a new view of life, you must be willing to reconsider and make changes. Your thoughts are recorded by your blood. They are imprinted with a distinct font, according to your feelings, and then radiated outward for all worlds to read. You are the sum total of yourself in physical form because of your blood. Often, women have been in disdain of their menstrual blood rather than honoring it as the source of their power. The blood carries the genetic code, and because the Mother Goddess is the source of all things, this is where the code comes from. It is where the story is hidden. Menstrual blood can be used to nurture plant life, to mark the earth, and to let earth know that the goddess lives again. Women, if you are still bleeding, become wise in honoring your body and your blood. Your blood is one of the highest sources of fertilization and territorial marking that you can call upon. Understanding the blood mysteries is key to connecting to the source of your power and deep inner knowledge. You can mark the land where you live with your menstrual blood. You might start out with the cardinal points, north, south, east, and west. Then over time you can continue to imprint earth, like a painter laying strokes on a canvas. You can dilute the blood with water, thereby increasing the amount. You can bless it and use crystals to hold the vibration. This process is considered to be marking the goddess territory. It will draw plants and animals that have a new vitality and that feel that they are one with the goddess. If you want to have a fertile garden, the best garden in town, use your blood diluted with water. Your garden will flourish. You will find that your blood can accelerate the growth of food. It will accelerate many, many things. It is not a mistake that women bleed. It is one of the grandest gifts. It is the elixir of the gods. Aboriginal women save their menstrual blood in pouches and use it to heal wounds. There are many things that women can do with their blood. Some of you don't like the idea that you are women. When your bleeding occurs, you find it an unpleasant, uncomfortable, painful, inconvenient time and experience. Men often have no idea what goes on, so it is an awkward time for them as well. In the days ahead, contact the goddess, open your heart, and discover where the bleeding can take you and teach you. For within the bleeding process lie many of the keys to bringing the goddess back onto the planet. There is a need to return to the sharing of power through partnership. Menstrual blood is highly oxygenated, the purest of blood, and it carries decoded DNA. It is the oxygen that decodes those strands and allows the restructuring of the data. Your scientists are now playing with a third strand of DNA. They are learning how to build strands of DNA based on photon lights, fibers in the body that we call light-encoded filaments. The energy of the goddess is moving rapidly, ready to work with those of you who are willing to remember her call. Her instructions are to honor your bodies and earth and your sexuality, because it is through this process that you are all created. We know that some of these ideas make you uncomfortable, and that is why we bring them up. Embrace the fullness of your bodies and of what needs to be done, and get on with it. Work together, play together. Women, wake up and read the owner's manual of your bodies and discover that you own something valuable. Men, you own something as valuable as well, and this something called a body has cycles, rhythms, and patterns. It can do miraculous things. The blood is more mysterious to the male vibration because all of a man's blood is inside of him. It is not something he can see and feel each month like a woman can. War is one of the distortions brought about by the patriarchy in an attempt to give males the power of blood. Yet this blood is not the same. It is brought about by violence, by destroying life, by maiming and killing, with emotions or feelings stifled and suppressed. There is only one appropriate way for a man to take into himself the power of blood, and that is for a woman to gift him with her blood, to share her own elixir. There are many ways this can be done. For a man to eat fruits and vegetables grown with menstrual blood is one obvious way. Also, a man may be marked on the back of his neck or on the soles of his feet with menstrual blood. His body will absorb the knowledge contained within it. Having sex during menses in a bonded relationship is a very powerful way of sharing blood. This is a very ancient ritual, and we do not advise any random sexual exploits to share menses blood. It is a sacred and powerful act. Why do you think there has been such a taboo? Why were you steered away from the blood mysteries for eons? Perhaps because it would open doors of knowledge that the gods did not wish you to have. Blood contains the archives of personal, planetary, and celestial experience. When blood is experienced in a sexual union, you are flooded with waves of knowledge, much of it beyond your present ability to understand and integrate. It may take years for the profound knowledge decoded in your body through blood to unfold. The male counterpart of menses blood, of course, is sperm. Sperm, like computer chips, carries the code of intelligence for the evolution of consciousness. This is presently being measured by the degree to which the male vibration can remember and embrace the goddess. It is the sperm that decides whether a child will be a male or a female. The egg remains the same. The sperm makes these decisions. Sperm is the mother's story encoded in the male vibration and contains the interpretation of how the male remembers that story. In women, blood is the vibration of the color red. In men, sperm is the vibration of the color white. Mixed together, blood and sperm are another elixir. It has been the worst heresy to even think that men would touch women who are menstruating, let alone have sex with them, let alone mix semen with their blood, let alone taste it. Yet, far back in ancient times, when the goddess energy was understood, and when women were revered, this mixture was considered the drink of immortality for men. Men understood that when they drank menstrual blood or mixed their sperm with it, they became enlivened and invigorated. It was one of the keys to immortality. When a woman goes through menopause, she experiences a pause. If she is able to hold on to that pause, something transforms inside, and she comes into a place of wisdom.